worldwide and is so old it's from the 1800s. Have you ever noticed the river stinks after it rains, or that during a storm the basement floods and the toilets start backing up? This is because New Jersey has 21 cities with combined sewer systems. Now, what does a combined sewer system, or CSS, look like, and why is it so bad? In dry weather, it would look like this. While this might not seem that bad, this is what happens when even a 20th of an inch of rain falls. As you can see here, the water has overflowed over the sewage regulator and out into the river. This is called a combined sewer overflow, or CSO. Because we are combining the sanitary sewer with the storm sewer and dumping a mixture of the water in both, we are doing double the pollution. This is because rainwater carries litter, plastic, and oil off of the streets, and the sanitary sewer contains fecal contaminants, toilet paper, and soap. All of these materials are serious pollutants and can cause devastating harm to the environment. Now, let's talk more locally. New Jersey has 210 CSO locations. These 210 locations combined discharge about 24 billion gallons of raw sewage into nearby water bodies, mostly including the Hudson River, Hackensack River, and Passaic River. CSOs have one job, and it's to relieve the sewer system of water stress. During storms, though, there's still so much water that it backs up into our homes and floods our basements. If CSOs can't even do their job, why are they here? Back when this system was installed, it was actually very functional. It was able to treat both sewage and stormwater, and was a lot cheaper to make, as it was only one pipe instead of two separate systems. Because of these advantages, it was built to accommodate the relatively small population and relatively small amount of rainfall. But as you know, nothing stays the same in 104 years. Now, the annual precipitation is 4% more than what it used to be, and the population has increased by over 900%. With growing amounts of sewage and stormwater, we need to modernize our sewer system to stop us from becoming the next great stink. A good sewer system we can modernize to is a separate sewer system. In dry weather, it would look like this. In wet weather, it would look like this. Comparing this to a CSS in wet weather, we can see that clearly no raw sewage is dumped. But what about all of that litter, plastic, and oil from the streets in the storm sewer? I decided to tackle this problem myself by designing a filter on a street-level grate that can prevent plastic from getting into the system. When I first designed it, it looked a bit like this. While this might not be an official blueprint, it's pretty descriptive. But then I thought to myself, this would actually slow down the water collecting process, making more flooding. Another solution we could implement would be to have more space to hold the water, using water storage tanks, or an extra pipe. That way, we would be able to hold the stormwater in until after the storm, when we combine it back into the sewage and treat it, and then safely discharge it. This also might require a bigger wastewater treatment plant. Another solution would be using nature. Soil has a natural ability to suck up water, and plants can then access it, filtering it and using it beneficially. The problem is, our concrete jungle has not a lot of soil. The water flows over the top, flooding things. creating your own sewage. That way, it would be just like back then. Less sewage, less CSO. A septic tank is a simple underground aerobic tank which uses anaerobic bacteria to treat sewage and discharge it into a field or a backyard where plants can beneficially use it and filter it. Some solutions everybody is capable of doing is using minimum amounts of water, especially during a storm.